welcome everyone here to the Smash Sport Show right here on Smash FM here on a Thursday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up in Queensland in particular. Of course, being with, of course, the Vikings athletics, as well as, of course, talking a bit about the Stawell gift that just happened last weekend. And of course, we've got 5 very special guests joining us right now, including last year's Stawell gift winner as well. Join us all right now. Thanks all for joining us.
So good to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. Well, I'll get each of you to introduce yourselves and tell us, I guess, what events or if you did any events at the Stawell gift just recently.
Hey, I'm Carla Bull. I competed on the weekend at the Stawell gift in the 70 metre and the 120 metre, and then also ended up running the back markers final as well, which was really fun. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Liv Matzer. I competed in the 120 on the weekend, and I also was invited into the back markers.
Hi, my name's Ellie. I ran the 120 this weekend. I was going to run the 4, but just decided to run the 120, and it was lots of fun. And it's my first Stawell gift, so I'm definitely going to be there for many more years.
Hi, my name's Jess, and I ran the 120 metre as well, and it was my first Stawell gift as well.
Hi, my name is also Jess, and I ran the 400, the 120, and the 70 as well.
How did all you go in the Stawell gift? I'm gonna ask a different question to you a bit later, but I'll get the other 4 to answer before I ask you, Cara.
I'll start us off. Yeah, I did all right. Not what I was expecting, but I made the semi-finals, which I was pretty happy with. Did all right in my semis. Came, I think, across the line 3rd in that one. And then, yeah, I did the back markers. I did not run the best there. I blew up at the end. Body was a bit cooked, but it was still so much fun.
I ran just the 120, and I made through to the semi-finals as well, which was quite surprising, honestly, since I haven't really had that experience. I mean, particularly this season, I've had a bit more experience pro running, and I was really happy with how I went. Like, I had honestly just going to go into it and just do my very best, and yeah, it was lots of fun.
Yeah, I did the 120 and I didn't do as well as what I was hoping to do and just fell short from the semis, but still had a lot of fun and enjoyed it. So
Yeah, it was my first Stawell gift ever, so I wasn't going in there with any expectations. I ran as well as I thought I was going to run, so it was really nice, and it was just amazing to be a part of it.
The question I'm going to ask the newcomers to the Stawell gift: was there everything that you hoped for when you went into Stawell?
yeah, it definitely was. I think a lot of people mentioned how the team environment there is just like next level, and honestly, like, it was like the support you get from everyone is just like insane, and the atmosphere is like so incredible as well. So it was definitely everything I hoped for.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with Jess on that one with the whole team aspect. It was just so good, like going down with all my squad and just having everyone there. We're all like supporting each other, as well as just as meeting new people when you were out there. Like, I met so many new people that I hadn't met before, and now we're continuing just to be friends with them. And it's just so good, like being able to go to either, whether it be next year's Stawell gift or if I maybe see them at track meets, it's just so good to see that friendly face when you go to compete. And yeah, it was overall just amazing.
Cara, obviously you went into this year as defending champion in the Stawell gift. Now, of course, you even before the races start, I believe, if my memory serves me correct, did you have like a little plug there at Stawell that you attended on early in the week?
It was so amazing going back to Stawell this year after winning it last year. And yeah, when we got there on the Friday, they invited me down and they had a little cover over the plaque, and got to unveil that and see the plaque there. It was really cool.
So what did that mean to you, Cara, to see it and knowing that that's going to be there forever?
It meant a lot. Yeah, I remember all of us arriving last year and we walked down and had a look at the plaques, and Elizabeth's from our squad, she had a plaque there as well. So we looked at hers and we looked at the guys up on the pathway. So it was really cool to see that, and now to have a plaque of my own and to know that that's always going to be there, it's really special.
I guess for the others, how special to have one of your teammates who won it last year have her name in the town store forever for winning the gift.
It was so exciting. I remember because I went to, being my store gift and then seeing Carla's name up there, I was like, oh my gosh. Like overall, it was like, it's so exciting. And it obviously it was really like inspirational seeing like my teammates, so Carla, EJ, Elizabeth, Muzz and Matt Rizzo, just seeing their names up there. I was just like, it just made me even more excited to go compete for the event. Like just having my amazing teammates there and just seeing their name up there. I actually saw the plaque, and when I saw it, I was like, my face was like, oh, it was just like, yeah, pretty much wow, the best way to describe it. So yeah, it's amazing, and it's such a privilege, to be honest. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'll add on to that. It was really special to see it, especially being a part of it last year and getting to support Carla the whole way last year. Really cool to now see her name there and just know that I played a small part in that last year. Yes, really special for us.
It's absolutely amazing. It's so inspiring, especially as one of the younger athletes, to be able to see that history throughout the squad. So it's really something special.
Yeah, I have to agree with everyone. Like even seeing like her face all over like posters and on the wall, it was just like insane to be able to like know this person who's just achieved this goal. It's like, oh my God, like I know her. It was so good.
Cara, someone just mentioned that just before. Obviously posters everywhere of you around store. Was it getting a little bit embarrassing for you?
It was a bit strange. It was a bit strange walking through and seeing posters on so many of the shop fronts. Yeah, it was interesting.
Did you, take one and kept it for yourself?
I think my parents did.
I have to ask, Cara, how did you go in defending your title?
It was a tough one this year. Yeah, going back into it. I made the semis for both the 70 meter and the 120. So I didn't make either of the finals, but I was pretty impressed with making the semis. And then, getting invited to the back markers with Liv as well was such a super fun event and really a privilege to be invited to that one.
I have to ask this one then. Tell us, how amazing was it? Especially, a lot of you mentioned about the team side of things. How special was to have that team support, and especially all the way from Queensland to very cold and wet Victoria?
I'll start us off here. Yeah, it's the team we have and the team we brought over is so special. Like it's great to be able to bring over 14 of us. I think there was a couple more actually, but we had 14 of us staying together. It's crazy. We're in a different state and you still feel you're at home with everyone. Incredible. I wouldn't want to be a part of any other team.
Yeah, I think it kind of made the experience even that much more special, having people that I'm so comfortable with and can rely on, and that I know through any stage of the day will be right there for me, supporting every race.
Yeah, we went over with a massive team this year, and just having everyone there and just the support from such a big group, it was just incredible, and you felt really supported going into all of your races, and each night preparing for the races the next day. It was it was something else. It was such a great group.
I was gonna say, yeah, I agree. Like we're so lucky that our whole group is just like so close and we get along so well. And like personally, I know I was a bit upset when I didn't make it into the finals, and just to feel the support from like the semi-finals, to feel the support from like everyone was still like so supportive of me, and like it was just really good to have such a close-knit group all together. And
mate, so I agree with like everyone is like covered what I was gonna say, but like it's just like the little things, like just having someone there to say like good luck and like either give you a big hug or like even just like the good vibes before heading out to the track, getting all the music going and then all getting ready together. It's just really good having someone like there in your corner, as well as like I love cheering on other people. It's just like my biggest thing. I was so excited for everyone, how they all went. And personally, I reckon everyone just did absolutely amazing, and getting to experience that was really, really, really nice. So I said really like way too many times.
Tell us a bit about your coaches.
So this year, so we have our main coach, Brett Robinson, and he obviously came over with us. And then this year we had some extra support in the way of our physio, Josh Carter, coming over, and our massage therapist who has moved back to Melbourne. He was there, Craig Foley, as well. So we had a pretty big support there with us.
Cara, you don't have to answer the next couple of questions. I'm pretty sure Liv might have been in the last interview as well, which she doesn't need to answer it either. But how did all you get involved in the sport of athletics, and why did you choose?
Well, I got into it at a very young age. I got into it about 6 years old. I remember one day mum and dad were like, hey, Els, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to do nippers? Do you want to do little athletics? And then typical 6-year-old me was like, I want to do absolutely everything. And so I started off actually on the beach at Currumbin Vikings. And ever since I was a 6-year-old, like running around on the beach, I just knew I was like, I love running. I just love doing absolutely everything. So I went to little athletics and I did OzTag, I did touch. I just wanted to get involved in everything possible because I just loved just the whole sporting aspect as well, and it's meeting new people and going away and experiencing those. So yeah, and then I remember I found Brett Robinson as my coach when I was 10 years old, and ever since then he has helped me to this current day become the athlete who I am. So yeah, very, very lucky. I love sport.
Yeah, I started around the same age as Elle. I was about 6 or 7, and I was actually in a PE class, and my sports teacher noticed that I was good at running, and he got me running against all these other like classes. And then later that day, he went up to my mum and he was like, hey, like, your daughter's really quick. You should put her in little athletics. So I started little athletics, and I've been, running ever since then. And I started with Robbo in, oh gosh, I'm not even sure how long now. I think I was about like 16, maybe 15 when I started with Robbo, and I knew him, like I knew Ellie for a really long time through running as well. So I knew about him through Ellie, and yeah, I've been with Robbo since then.
My family was always kind of into running. My grandmother ran, my older sister did, my mum did. Like the whole side of my family has always been runners. So I guess it was kind of, I was brought up with that aspect of being an athlete and being around that kind of community. So I fell into it around the same age as Jess and Ellie, like that 6-7-year-old, and just enjoyed it for a long time until I found Robbo. And that's when I started to really like see what I can do, see how far I can get. And he helped me every step of the way for the last 7 or 8 years now. So it's something really special.
All of you, including Liv and Cara as well. What's your personal best time in your favorite event?
I run 400 meters, and I think my best time is I should know this. 50. I'm pretty sure it's 52.53, or it could be 52.54. No, 52.53. It's somewhere around the 52 minute. That's all I know.
I do 400s as well, and my best is around 56.4, I believe. I'm not 100% sure either.
I'm a 100 and 200 meter sprinter. I'm not the biggest fan of the 100 meter, I'm not gonna lie. But I really, really enjoy the 200, and my best is like high 24s, low 25s. I don't know exactly what it is either. So yeah.
Yeah, I do 100 and 200 meters. Prefer the 100, and my PB for that one is 11:66. Yeah.
I also do 100 and 200, but I prefer the 200. And my PB for that one is 23:57.
I'm going to ask Ellie and Jess this question. Considering you both do 400s, So have you ever raced against each other? And if so, you can be honest, who's the better 400-meter runner?
Yes.
Yeah. No, actually,
It's
no,
really it's fun. Dev, I would definitely say it's so good having Jess as a training partner. We have been training together for so many years now, and we're developing and becoming better 400-meter runners as we get older. And it's really good watching Jess. She's just, you're amazing, Jess. You are just the most hype. You're the most hype before every rep, even before our most nerve-wracking, I would say, session is the split fours. And you just seem to relax all of us with your just amazing positive energy. So it's really good just having, and we have such a great 400 squad training with us at the moment. So yeah, it's really good. It's really good having that environment.
Oh, thanks, Els.
Right, Jess?
No, having someone like Ellie to train with, and we have raced each other sometimes just in like Brisbane PB meets, is an experience that I can't even put into words. She is one of the most positive, one of the most just amazing athletes that you will ever come across in your life. Like if you saw her walking down the street, she is just so humble that you would never guess she's an Olympian. And then you turn around and she's absolutely amazing. Like she is the kind of person that will make you laugh when you're crying throughout a session. So it's amazing.
Thank you. That means a lot, Jess. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm going to feel guilty asking the other three this question then. It's exactly the same question I'm just asking the other two. So, consider all three you do 100 and 200 meters, I guess. If you want to answer this question, go for it. So, I feel guilty asking Ellie Jess that question now. I've just had that answer.
I'll start with saying we haven't raced each other on track in a long time. I think it's been a couple seasons that we've all like been at the same events together. But I think at training, if we're going off that, I think it changes a lot. Like we have such a strong group of girls. Even like not just the three of us, there's a bigger group of girls. And I think every session someone is kind of running better than the others, and that person's going to pull us all along. And you know, if someone is having a really good session
yeah, I'll be honest, we're all up there and we're all doing so well, and it changes, it varies, and until we don't know, we haven't raced each other, but training, yeah, it changes every day by day.
Yeah, I agree basically what Carla said. Like all of us have like better and worse days. So one day one of us will be running better than the other and another better than the other. So yeah, it's basically the exact same thing what those two said.
Rule of thirds.
I think that's what helps our squad be so strong, because we have such a strong group of girls that all help build each other up and help push each other at training. That's why we're so strong when it comes to competition. So
for all five of you, what does the sport of athletics mean to all five of you, and especially being there at Vikings Athletics?
Vikings for me is a family. Like I honestly see them more than my family at this point. So even going away to Stawell, I'm so much of a homebody, but I didn't even realize I was away because of how comfortable and close I am with everyone that went and the whole squad. So Vikings is my family. My coaches are my family. My physios are my family. And then athletics as a whole is my life. You know, there's nothing else I would rather do than be a part of the community, to do the sport, to be with the people I'm with.
I think athletics being something that we've all grown up in has had such a major part in our life. And I think it's something that we all feel now, like going into a couple of weeks of off season. Our life is so completely different when we don't have training and we're not around the team all the time. And I think we're all end up ready to get back into preseason really eagerly, because it is such a major part of our life, having the training and being around these people. And you just grow and develop in such an amazing way with the Vikings group. So I think it's pretty special, athletics as well, and even more so being in Vikings.
Yeah, I was just going to agree with Jess. Like, I think we are so lucky with our group that we're all so like close, and I don't think we've ever really had any like bickering or anything between our group. That I see the Vikings group as basically a family, and like I look up to my coach like Robbo so much, and I think everyone can agree that he's such a big like inspiration to like everyone in our squad. And yeah, it's just there's so many amazing athletes who are always there to like support one another, whether you're having a good day or a bad day. Like everyone is always there for each other, and it's such like a privilege to be like a part of this squad. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely, like touching on what the girls have said, like it's just such a sense of belonging whenever every time that you go like to training. It's like so good. You rock up and you feel so welcome and a part of the team. And like athletics has brought so many opportunities for me, and it's actually shaped me into the person that I am today. Just having like the experiences that I've experienced and learning from other athletes in the sport. It is just honestly like yeah, I'm losing my words. It's like just shaped me into like who I want to be and this what I want to strive for. And yeah, it's pretty amazing, athletics, and how like and all the different people that you meet within as well. Like it's pretty cool. Like my main goal is I want to meet people all around the world, and I have a friend over in Norway that I really want to go visit, and she wants to come here. So just like forming those connections, as well as all the connections that I've formed in Vikings. Like I am got my bestest of friends within the Viking squad. And on top of that, yeah, definitely like my coach Brett Robinson being one of my best friends, who's there helped me out so much, literally so much. So very privileged and yeah, very honoured to be a part of that squad and a part of athletics in general, to be honest.
Yeah, running for me and being a part of Vikings is my family. It's my life. Just like Jess said, I wouldn't have gone through this year without running and without my coach, Brett Robinson. He is a second father figure to me. I said that last year and I still stand by it this year. He is, I've got my dad. My dad is incredible too, but Robbo is another father figure for me. I'm so grateful to have him and all the coaches support me through whatever happens on and off the track. And that's just what really it hasn't been an easy year for me, but I'm so grateful to have everyone around me and have that support there. And I couldn't have done it all without everyone.
What have all five of you learnt from each other on and off the track?
Oh, I'll go first. I've learnt how to talk to people better because Ellie is a pro at talking. You stand around here, you can make mates with anyone because she's like best person to be social.
Oh, thank you so much. Gosh, I don't even know what I'm saying half the time when I'm talking to people. I just, you know me.
It's amazing.
I blurt things out. Like, nah, definitely. Like one thing that I've learned from all the girls and even across our squad is just how nice and amazing how everyone is. Like, it's so amazing. Like I've like gathered personality traits off everyone, and just honestly, like being nice is just. Yeah, it's a big thing in today's world. And honestly, like, and I just love, we all have the best laughs. Oh, there was some good laughs across Stawell weekend, as well as like even across the year. Still trying to understand my coach's jokes. It's taken me 10 years, but I'm still getting there, but they're the best jokes.
Best jokes that you don't understand.
You just laugh. You just go, ha ha, Robbo, that's so funny. Yeah, honestly, it's just such a good environment. I love it. And gosh, I'm still learning new things every day. So yeah, I'm very, like I've been just repeating myself, I'm very privileged to be a part of this amazing environment.
I think I've really learned how to be confident. Like I know I'm quite a shy person when I first like meet new people, and definitely coming into the squad is very intimidating. So small little me was so scared to meet like all these like people who are like amazing athletes, and like Robbo, who is like really well known in like the like Australian coaches world type thing. So yeah, they've definitely like taught me how to be confident and really brought me out of my shell since starting. So yeah,
I'd say probably the same as Jess. When I first turned up to the squad, like I would not speak. It took me years to actually like start communicating with people because I was just so shy and so like probably intimidated too. But then just having all the girls, like I'd be running a rep and you could hear every single one cheering for you. And it's just absolutely amazing. And I took that into my everyday life. Like now I'm confident enough to be myself when I'm in big groups of people. I don't feel as like shy around anyone now because I'd say of the girls and of the squad, they've helped me so much.
Yeah, I was also going to say just confidence and just self-belief. It's been a big year, and just kind of learning the confidence from the girls and being around such an amazing group. And as Jess said, taking that into your life outside of the track as well is pretty major and changes a lot of things. So it's really nice.
I have to mention, I remember when I was in Little Athletics, Jess, I was so inspired. She wore these long socks, and I got the long socks idea of her, but I remember that. And we were racing with each other, and I was like, oh my gosh, Jess, she's wearing these long socks. These are so amazing. I have to invest. When I was wearing all these like funky ass socks. There's some pictures. I have to find one picture.
I remember that fluoro.
Oh yeah, fluoro socks. It was all happening. But yeah, I still remember that. I get I'm very influenced by all my teammates, and they're the best influences. So yeah.
Ellie's sock phase was the greatest.
Oh, it was a cool thing.
It was interesting. Yeah, there was some interesting socks out there.
I remember Saturday there with the socks in Currumbin.
It was just I think my favorite ones were pug ones. I had pug long socks, and they were interesting. Yeah, looking back on it.
I remember I was more like, I just wear like, I had these like long blue socks that I'd wear, and I'd call them like my Lockie socks. And then Ellie would walk in with these like fluoro pattern like socks that would just stand out like it's like a sore thumb.
Oh my god. Oh, there was so many. Oh gosh. There was a lot.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna ask a follow-up question now. I wasn't gonna ask it now. Both you just mentioned it. Do both of you still have those socks?
I think I do.
I think I might.
I actually want to go see if I actually do. I'm quite intrigued. Because they were my favorite socks. No. Oh, they're all here. Hang on, let me switch it over. I can't flip it over. But they're all here. They're all still here. I have my white ones. I got bright green. Pink. I have to find my pug ones though. I definitely kept those ones. Oh, it's all happening.
Look, I couldn't tell you where mine are, but they're definitely sitting around somewhere. I had like a blue pair and a black pair and all the long socks, basically.
Wasn't expecting that on this call.
Can we do my sock drawer?
New levels with Ellie.
Oh yeah.
I have to find the pug ones though.
Whoever mentioned that yes was correct. I wasn't expecting to go.
Sorry.
That's
I
all
didn't even
good.
know.
It's all good. Now we all know. Got to finish off a couple light-hearted questions while we're on a bit of a roll already. So, who had the most embarrassing moment in your squad on the track this past season, and what was it?
Well, I think I stacked it at training, but I don't think anyone saw, so that was fine.
I've got one. I've got one at the gym. We were at the gym, we were doing squats, and we're at like this nice gym, like you have to be pretty nice with it all. And I was taking off my weights, and I was just like in my own head, I was taking off the weights all from one side, and you just have 100 kilos just go flying across the room, made a massive crash, and everyone just stood back and stared at me. I was just like, I'm like proper in the zone when I'm in the gym, and I was just in my zone and that just happened. I was just like, oh no, it was like a massive bang. The whole bar went flying and weights went everywhere. Almost knocked out one of the girls.
Oh no.
Okay, no one was harmed, but it was scary.
I'm glad you mentioned that disclaimer at the end.
All right, no one was harmed in the making.
That reminds me of one as well. So I at the gym I always play my music, and I use sometimes I use this app called SoundCloud, and I don't pay for like to have no ads. So I had our music blasting through the speakers, and an ad came on, and it was like this chick sneezing, and it starts like ah. And I thought it was something else. It was so bad. Everyone thought I'd opened like up this other app.
I remember that. It's hilarious.
I just remember my face was so red because everyone's like, "Oh my god, Jess, what are you watching?"
That was good.
Oh,
who's the comedian, the best singer, and into TikTok/Be Real?
I'm definitely the best singer.
yeah. Definitely.
I feel like Ellie's definitely the comedian because sometimes the stuff that comes out of her mouth, I'm just like, what is
Oh, it's no
I
filter.
I mean, we just discovered my sock drawer, so honestly, all comedians, like everyone's just got their own like funny self, and it's just like, and then it all just gets combined together, and it's just like, oh, it's like one big laugh, honestly. Like across the store weekend, like I can't. There was so many laughs, like about like random
right
things.
in the school. No, I remember in the schoolroom we played the music so loud, like we got a change room area and we were all sharing it, but we were playing the music so loud and singing and dancing, and then one of the girls went out and came back and goes, "Everyone is looking at you guys, like quiet." It was so funny.
Oh, that was good.
How was the celebrations after the gift? I know that you had there was a celebration party after the store gift and all that was done. How was that?
Yeah, Liz, do you wanna?
I had to drive her home.
It was
Yeah,
a big one.
I did get kicked out of the gift hotel.
Oh my god.
I remember
Yeah.
Robbo finding me going, "Jess, you need to drive Liv home because she can't stay out in the cold this long."
Couldn't tell you much on the night, to be honest.
It was such a fun night. Like it was just like generally it was just so fun. There was so much dancing. There was so much. I look back at videos and it's just like screaming, like it's just like, and then like, oh, it was honestly like best word. Like it was just the best fun like ever. I had generally the best time. It was so good.
I woke up the next day to all these photos and videos, and I was like, when did this happen? When was this? Yeah,
I
it was
feel like
interesting.
I'm so used to everyone being so composed, especially Carla. And then on that night, everyone was just like singing and dancing. And I was like, oh my God, I've never seen this before. It was so good.
Wow.
I know Ellie and I both wore white as well. So we went in there and our shirts and our outfits were fully white. And we came out and we were like black, pink, like all the colours were just on our white clothes. And we're just completely destroyed.
No, my shirt's gone. Like I can't wash that. There's no coming back from that. I don't even know how though. Like how?
Our coach and physio also had a great night.
Oh, so great.
You come back.
Definitely our physio. Our physio loved it.
Mhm.
A few vomits here and there from one of them.
Oh. That was, oh no. And
Oh,
it's like,
guys,
oh.
I'll handle it. Yeah, it was just to wrap that up. It was a pretty big night.
Yeah, good.
Nice little wrap up.
Yeah. A lot. Yeah.
Any pre-competition superstition or ritual by either of you, other than the socks, as we found
I
out.
always have some form of braid in my hair. Like, I don't care if it's a plait or like the braids up the top. It just has to be out of my face.
I have to listen to music when I'm warming up. I think it just gets me in the mood, and like when I have this like intimidating music in, I'm just like in my head, yeah, like everyone around me is scared of me right now. Which may not be the case, but at least I think.
I don't think I've ever had, I don't know if I have a superstition. I think I know is that I have to eat a piece of salmon or a steak the night before, but I don't know, honestly. Or like, oh, it changes every year, I feel like, or it changes
Not
every
a
year. Which is
not one.
yeah,
So
which
you
is probably not ideal.
don't have.
You guys say yours. I don't even know what mine is.
Yeah, I don't really have a superstition anymore. I think I used to, but I always got scared that I'd be in a situation where I couldn't do something, and I didn't want mentally to be not okay with that. So I was like, okay, it's fine, just see how it goes. You don't need to do anything specific. But on the day, I definitely have certain ways that I like to do things, especially if we've been racing at the same place for like the 3 days, then I have to go to this spot to do a warm up, or just kind of do it the same as I have the last couple of days. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have one at all. I'm just maybe like my warm-up's the same, but it's the same training no matter what. So I don't have one.
Describe your squad as many words as you like.
I'll go first. I like to think we're pretty elite. That's I like to think the way we run things is like, yeah, it's not like every other squad. You have to be ready to be in a mindset. It's not your average squad.
Yeah, I'm gonna add on to what Liv said. I think we're a very, very like professional squad. Like, I don't think like everyone comes into our squad to be the best that they can possibly be, you know, like everyone has goals, whether that's Olympics or like winning Aussies at the beach, or yeah, it's a very, very professional environment and squad that we're in.
I'm gonna agree with them. I mean, we all have our loves and we're all really close, but when it's time to switch on, every single person is there to achieve something. We're all there for a purpose with a goal, and we'll all help each other. But when it's in the moment, it's in the moment, and that is something that almost can't be taught. You have to turn up with the mentality to be better than what you were, and I think that's what we all have.
Yeah, and like relating to all those three things, like the biggest one is respect. We all respect each other's goals. We all respect what we want to do. We respect, like, if we like ever at like particularly still gift, we all respected what our like priorities are when getting ready to race. Like, yeah, it's just a big respectful environment.
Yeah, I think professionalism is a good way to describe the squad and how we go about things at events. And also community. We have our little Vikings community that's really special.
5 years. Thank you so much for getting up some of your time joining us. This was one of the best ones we've done this year. That is for sure. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see all these race. I wish I was out there in Stawell this year. But hopefully you will be coming back, or if I come up to Queensland, hopefully I'll get to see you race up in Queensland. And yeah, hopefully all goes well for the rest of this year. And hopefully I'll get to see you somewhere down the track throughout 2023.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
No,
Thank you.
No worries. And of course, that is the Viking athletics team, of course, well, some of them anyway, that went over to Stawell give last week. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.